Alright, a reflection of a genius at work who discovers hesitations, questions, second attempts, ultimately the final form of his thoughts. Testimony is crafting the right and the best words to express divine realities. So itong si Father M. Hill, a Dominican, ano yung talaga, Canadian, French-Canadian yata siya. Now, draws up for us the psychological portrait based on his handwriting analysis. Thomas is tense and heavy. He would like to go faster. That patience which he would need to write correctly, Thomas did not possess. It is only because he noticed that his own texts were frequently badly interpreted by his secretaries that he dedicated himself to being clearer, harried, fatigued, distracted. He allowed lapses, erasures, and dreadful errors to remain in his text. Napaka-human ang dating galing. Di ba? Alright, the closest portrait St. Thomas would be this. I found in Santa Sabina. Okay? Anak ay kusara. But he is not this. Okay? He is corpulent. Bakit? Kasi meron siyang dugo German. He had a German blood. Okay? Tawag nila German blood. He had it. Okay? Alright, so physical portrait niya. Due to his Norman ancestry, Norman would be the forefathers of the Germans. Exceptionally tall siya. Parang 6'2" siya. For an ordinary Sicilian, the average height of Sicilian at that time was 5'5", 5'6". Patangkaran siya. Large and heavy built. Inclined to corpulence, indeed obesity. Straight in his stature, with massive head and lofty forehead, with thinning hair, not like mine, bald. Blonde as wheat, handsome face that is refined and features made more attractive, but a pair of large, gentle eyes, kaya he was so, approachable. He was liked by the students kasi ang feature niya, attractive, beaming with kindness. Okay? So, physical portrait intimated, it was called once the dumb ox from Sicily. Dumb, kasi he was constantly reserved or reticent. But ox, malaki siya, corpulent.
Heard about it.
When Thomas was passing through the countryside, the people were working in the fields, left their labors, and ran to meet him, admiring the imposing stature of his body and the beauty of his human features. Wow, siya, the ex-papa. So they went before him, more indeed because of his beauty, okay, than on account of his sanctity and nobility. Meron siyang, dugong bugaw ito eh. Aristocratic siya. Both from the father and the mother, he had blue blood. Kasi nobility ang nanay niya at tatay niya. And I will show you the 6 assets. Okay, as far as the spiritual is concerned, this is much that I can share with you. Unang-una, his character of prayer. Link prayer and study, sa kanya walang difference. Okay? Pangalawa, the devotion to the Eucharist. Kaya he is also called the doctor of the Eucharist. Okay? Alright? And of course, the devotion to the crucifix, the God who died, the humanity of God shown in the crucifix. Kaya, kung matalino si St. Thomas, he is very, very human in many ways. Sige. And expressive of his faith and devotion. Halimbawa, si Diyos sabihin mo, naku, intellecto itong tao ito. Walang mga superstition niya sa mga yan. As you know, St. Thomas, because of the miracle attributed by him to his Virgin Mother, St. Agnes, he was able through her intercession, cured the pneumonia of his personal secretary, Reginald. Alright? From henceforth until he died, he was wearing a relic around his neck of his saint. And during her feast day, nag-blow out siya sa mga estudyante. Yung kasi nasa Jollibee, kaya makikita. Pag feast day nito. Okay. Alright. So, yan, maganda ito. Who is St. Thomas Aquinas by name? Okay, mamamanghaman. Ano ba yung Aquino? Aquinas, kanyang pangalan. Alright, there is a certain town called Aquino, or Aquinas in English. Right? show you where it is. Here it is. Aquino. Kita niya may Aquino doon. Aquino. Okay? Roca Seca is where he was born. He was not born here. Okay? The Aquino. But there is a connection to his name. Yeah. Okay, ito na. So, please listen carefully. So, that was a tayo. Okay. There was certain family, Filters, a feudal one, who owned a small town called Aquino or Aquino. You know what? And this feudal family adopted the name of the town, hence we call the clan the Aquino clan. Okay? Ngayon, anong meaning ng Aquino? Well, a land easily flooded. UST. A marsh land surrounded with ponds of water as in aqua is what Sabi ko, dapat masa, dapat Alright. So he does not hail from this town, but was born here. Okay? So the town where his family tree originated. Yan, ang ibig sabihin ng Aquino o Aquinos, Aquinas sa kanyang official name. Okay, yan ang the first castle that I will show you in Aquino. The oldest castle. Alright, I will show you the back part of it. Just imagine, his back part was easily flooded. Sa likod ito ng castle. Tapos, he was born here. I'll show you another castle in Roca Seca. Okay, yan, Roca Seca. Yan. The same Thomas. This was the time of feudalism. Masyadong magkakaroon ang kanilang mga costume. Okay, this is Roca Seca at the moment. Okay, so there was once upon a time a castle that stood here, but gone because outside of World War. That was the castle where St. Thomas was born. Let's write it a little bit. Third level, yeah, okay, so he was born here. This would be known in ruins. My own picture, first time in 1996. Yeah. Okay? Nakita niya the only remaining surviving tower, they tried to renovate it, ito na-hitsura. Nagkakong-kakong sila sa taas. So, at the mouth of the town, entrance to it, there is a huge statue of St. Thomas. Alam mo kung kano kalaki? Ang laki-laki nito. Ay, nasa base. Ganito na ako kalaki. Laki-laki. Alright, so that's where it is situated at the moment. Nakasya ko na yan. Okay. Yan, St. Thomas. Different boots. Shiny siya. Okay, sa gabi. Then the other castles of the Aquino, Surina, it was this is Giovanni Temple. I'll pause for a moment kasi may nangyari. Okay, so this is another castle they own. Okay, in this entrance to that door, the door, entrance to the room where this happened. It's now a small chapel. Alright, Cardinal Ratzinger once visited it, and the owner now is the man who is left. Signor Mastrantonio na owns the castle. Alright, St. Thomas was under house arrest. One evening, after itong mga kapatid ni St. Thomas introduced a prostitute, Lucas Caselva niya, to change his mind kasi gusto niya maging Dominican. Ayaw ng nanay. Kasi sabi ng nanay, ano makikita mo sa mga Dominicans? Korea. Kaya rich tayo. Mag-Benedictine ka na. Kasi rich sila. It's an order. Anyways, so after driving the woman out of his room with a lighted torch, he had snatched from the earth. Okay, yan. And as he prayed in front of the cross, he had fallen to the wall. He was suddenly caught up in ecstasy, during which two angels appeared to him, tying around his waist what is called the angelic cord. As sabi ng isang angel, we come from God and invest you with the girdle of perpetual chastity. The Lord has heard your prayer, and that which you have felt that you never merit is ensured to you by the irrevocable death of God. This story accounts for the title Angelic Doctrine. Have you heard of an angel who is pervert? Walang angel na pervert. Lahat ng angels ay virgin. was gifted with the gift of virginity, chastity, and he remained perpetually a virgin. Right? A secret, he confessed in his deathbed only to his personal secretary, Professor Reginald. In an extended sense, because St. Thomas never, just like us, we struggle against lust, destruction. St. Thomas did not have that. Kaya sa prayer and study, focus na focus siya. Right? And he didn't have any instructions whatsoever. Kaya angelic mind ang tawag sa kanya. Because the way he thinks, like an angel. Right? Like an angel. Right? So yan. Okay, o sa kanya, be observant na naman kayo. Open your eyes. Nasaan na? Yan. Heart of the saints. Yan. Yung story yan. Okay, so afterwards, everybody goes up to the heart of the saints. Alam ko niya yung story. Okay, angelic word. Okay, Loreto Platino, alright, has Castello Kiolan Dimora Storico, alright, an incident to St. Thomas had a vacation for a while, and then there was the miracle of the bread turning into petals of roses. Na kanyang hinahap. He gave to the poor. Okay, now it is a 5-star hotel. Yung swimming pool, it does not date back to the time of St. Thomas. Okay, modern na yan. Kasi it's a 5-star hotel. 5-star hotel. So, alright, San Severino, owned by his brother, and Sab, St. Thomas had to recuperate. It's another castle. Okay. And then, where St. Thomas is studied, etc. Alright, so I'll skip this one, and I'll go now. I'll show you now the traits of St. Thomas as a student. What would be his legacy through his traits as a student? He was naturally inquisitive. Okay? Second, naturally inquisitive. Yeah. Okay, second, he was quiet, but very dumb ox. Okay? But quiet in the sense that his mind was very active, contemplating, meditating, etc. Alright, he was humble, despite mega intelligent. Okay? And he was elevated. He constantly updated his notes in his teaching, so that's a moral lesson to us. Okay? And courageous. When given the chance to speak his mind, he will speak. Kaya hindi siya meek and humble. Alright? He was daring. If he really wants to speak his mind, he will do that. In the proper form. Hindi siya talkative. Takleta. Hindi. Okay? But when the grace says so, he will speak his mind. And he was persevering in a sense. In prayer and study. Okay. So this was the exhibit I did in 2004 for a month in front at the museum. And I would like now to focus on why the star at the breast of St. Thomas. Okay. So the story goes this way. Father Albert of Brescia, at that time, he wanted St. Thomas to proclaim his safe. They were asking for a miracle. Father Albert of Brescia, professor of the Dominican House of Studies in Cologne, prayed to the Blessed Mother of St. Augustine, a sign Thomas was in heaven. There appeared two figures, that of St. Augustine and St. Thomas. Bishop Satar, or Augustine, the Dominican habit appointments, studded with precious stones, a crown of gold and diamonds on his head. Around his neck hung 2 necklaces, one gold and silver, rarities. On his breast, a large carbuncle stone, a red precious stone, not a ruby, specially garnered cut in boss-shaped ample that shone like the sun. So that is the story of Jesus' son. Alright, so St. Augustine spoke. Thomas is illumined the church with his learning. Signified by precious stones, which is adorned, shining jewel on his breast, denotes uprightness of intention, which Thomas defended and proclaimed in faith. The other jewels represent books and writings of all kinds and superposed. Now it is the difference. Thomas is not equal in glory. Both of them are in heaven. Ano ang pinaka-malaking diferensya? Thomas has remained a virgin. I did not remain a virgin. Sabi ni St. These are the son, Beatrice, who died. And after that, his conversion later became a Christian. Ang laki ng diferensya. Thomas remained a virgin, he did not. But both of them are in heaven nonetheless. Yan ang ibig sabihin. Okay, just to tickle your imagination against the Jesuit. Okay? Right? So, ang son, God. Ano yung sabihin ng son? Symbol of his, tinatawag intellectual honesty. Okay? A reference to his deep love and altruism, a witness to his deep reference to the practices of the church. Alright, a little trivia. Okay, tignan niyo yan, evolution ng Filipino flag. O bakit meron kong Tomasian sun dyan? Tomasian sun yan. Okay? Yan. 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 Tignan ninyo, ang Tomasian sun ay parang manang pa. Sabi ng isang Father Dr. Orlando, during the KKK days, the Capuneros looking for members in Luzon, they happened to visit small churches mostly founded by the Dominicans, Bataan, Zambales, Pangasinan, etc. And when they saw the statue of St. Thomas with the sun at his breast and put it into the Filipino flag. And that's why our Filipino flag is Tomasian, to the consternation of the Jesuits. And didn't you know that the Constitution of the Philippines is Dominican? The Constitution natin? Ano ang koneksyon? One of the framers of the USFA Constitution, I think it was Benjamin Franklin, after to visit France, he took hold of the copy of our Constitution. I told you, Benedict, for the first time, pinasok ang democratic principles sa simbahan. Nakuha ito ni Benjamin Franklin, got a copy, brought it with him to the States. Itong basihan niya ng American democracy. Kaya ang Philippine Constitution is a take-off from USFA. But the Constitution of the Philippines is Dominican. Again, the consternation to the Jesuits. Alright, so with St. Thomas Aquinas as the model of reformation, he must be inspired by the Son of the Blessed. When he believed and he survived. Because Thomas dreamt, believed and survived, we look up to him as a model of confidence, compassion, and commitment. Competence. He earned a degree which he further cultivated through research and reflection, in study and prayer, no distinction, and earned respect for such competency in the field of theology. Okay. So hindi lang tayo aral ng aral, ha? Dapat minadalanas din pagdarasal. Hindi naman tayo pagdarasal. Minadalanas din pag-aaral. Right? You need a very good pair of eyes. 20/20 vision. Right eye prayer. Left eye study. You need both. There are many aspects of your personality only in prayer you can discover. There are many other aspects of your personality only in study you will discover. Both you need to get a 20/20 vision of who you are. Compassion. Complied with request of charity for writing criticism. Came to the rescue of students who needed enlightenment in philosophy. But St. Thomas did something he always begins, always on his success by doing out of the love of God. And then when he has consulted and discovered the answer, he ends up, I do this out of the love of God. No other motivation except this. Okay, ending na po. Commitment. Sought for the truth incessantly. Pag sinabing incessantly, hindi lang browse. Melanin incessantly at talagang perseverance. Through assiduous study and intense prayer and polemics, debates, always conscious that he was doing this in the service of the church. Okay, so I will end up with a prayer of St. Thomas. So ending na. Legacy of the two. Yan. Okay, bumalik ulit tayo doon sa website. So, alright, Dominican democracy. St. Dominic stood the seed of Dominican democracy. St. Thomas perfected it through his lifestyle as an academician. Hopefully, with this school, that things start with the road ahead of us could be bumpy. Nonetheless, let's get be focused and inspired by these two great figures. And be proud to be both Dominican at the same time. Tomas, lakpakan natin yun.